And ladies and gentlemen, if you have stayed with us this long, one, we thank you, because it is time for our main event of the evening.
Moving on from fight of the night to the main event, Ezra Elliott.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our main event here, we at the Celebrity Theater and RUF MMA want to take a moment to thank you for joining us tonight for RUF 65 in what has certainly been a showcase of the very best that Arizona MMA has to offer. You should be very proud that this state produces fighters of this level, of this quality, and that they come in here and they put on a show for you, and we're gonna continue doing this into the future. You've seen some of the faces walk out here tonight who continuously come back and support these up-and-coming fighters and these pros and amateurs, and we are incredibly proud of the great state of Arizona and what it continues to produce in this sport. And ladies and gentlemen, these bouts are conducted under the authority of the Arizona Boxing and MMA Commission. Executive Director Danny A. Vela, Chairman Scott Fletcher. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. It is for the professional featherweight title. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, out of Rufus Sport MMA Academy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, DeAndre Tipton.
Before I get into the fighter, I want to send my condolences, thoughts, and prayers to the Rufus Sport family. Duke Rufus passed away not too long ago, and having to fight when your head coach, when something happens to your head coach like that, it's not fun, it's not ideal, but it shows the kind of fighters that he produced, right? So DeAndre Tipton, he's 2-1. He's coming off a TKO off of Arthur Duflo at RUF 64 this past August. In a fight against the seasoned grappler, we saw that his grappling defense was on point, and the man has absolute power.
No, very impressive. Like I said, I just got to watch him fight on the last RUF card, and impressed very, very much, and surprised me coming from, you know, a camp known for their striking. Showed fantastic ground skills, and he's back on the very next RUF card in line, and he's in a fight for a title shot.
Well, he's not worried about being the underdog. He's not worried about anything. Very stoic, very quiet, very cool, calm, and collected, and he's looking to come out here and take the belt.
His opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, out of Red Hawk Academy in Peoria, Arizona, Ezra Elliott.
Now, I could be wrong, but as a pro, Ezra Elliott has not been out of the first round.
Ezra Elliott is widely considered, and there's a reason he's the favorite. There's the reason he's the favorite in this fight. But he is widely considered by many to be the future of the division. Here, usually fights at 135 pounds, but here he is tonight fighting at 145 pounds. And as you can clearly see, he's a big favorite in this fight.
But DeAndre Tipton is no joke either, right? And we saw in his defense, his grappling defense against Duflo, that the man can compete. Now, Ezra Elliott, he's elite. He's the next guy, the next thing that people are looking at. You know, and he comes from a really great camp that has had a lot of really great success as of late.
No, this guy has some of the best training partners, and this guy has some of the best experience. He's got phenomenal amateur experience, and as a pro, he has just been on a tear. And like I said, a lot of people see big things in this guy's future.
Well, and you got to think, a guy with the caliber of grappler that he is, you got to take a look and consider what his camp is. You know, all fights start on the feet. You know, so the man isn't just a grappler. He's an MMA fighter. He knows how to strike. He knows how to be defensively sound on the feet as well as on the ground. So, but I imagine he's going to look to take this fight to the ground as quickly as possible and implement his game.
Ladies and gentlemen, this main event title fight is sponsored by the legendary Celebrity Theater, Arizona's premier concert venue and home of RUF Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event for the RUF Featherweight Championship of the World. Out of the blue corner, out of RUF Sport MMA Academy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, DeAndre Tipton.
Don't boo this guy.
And out of the red corner, out of Red Oak Academy in Peoria, Arizona, Ezra Elliott.
Ezra Elliott versus DeAndre Tipton, 145-pound title fight.
Ryan Brueggemann, our referee. I don't know why they're chanting USA. Both these guys are USA. I don't know why they're doing that. Just because Elliott has.
Hey, the beers are flowing. Everybody's having a good time. The fights have been great, and this main event will be no different.
Oh.
Quick shot from Ezra. Tipton went for
down.
a ride. Elliott on the back. Tipton fighting the hands.
Elliott trying to get out of there early, I guess.
He got places to go.
Both
People
hooks
to
in,
see.
body triangle, both hooks in.
Looking for a rear naked choke here. DeAndre fighting the hands.
DeAndre very calm right here. He knows which hand he's got to defend. Oh, and look at how he spins out of that.
Uh-oh.
Arm bar.
Could be thinking arm bar.
Maybe. Wow.
Great chain wrestling there
And
from
look,
Ezra Elliott.
Tangles up those legs. Triangle on the legs of Tipton here. Ezra Elliott has his head to the outside. Look for Ezra Elliott to move. Never mind.
Uh-oh.
Ezra Elliott has finished with this choke before.
What do you call that?
You know, Ezra Elliott has finished with this choke before, but he let it go. I've seen the Rotolo brothers do that choke. And again, Ezra Elliott on the back with this body triangle.
Oh, and it's under the chin. It's
Tap,
there's
tap,
the
tap,
tap.
tap. There's the tap.
First round rear naked choke. Wow. Ezra Elliott, your featherweight champ.
Ezra Elliott did not want to spend too much time in that cage.
No.
Ezra Elliott's like, I don't want to be here very long. Go get that. Go get that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are still with us, this has been RUF MMA number 65. And what a night of fights we have had. And we want to give a little thank you. This fight goes out sponsored by the Celebrity Theater, Arizona's premier concert venue and home for RUF Nation. And Ezra Elliott. Wow. Ezra Elliott lives up to the hype in every way.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight comes to a close at 133 of round number 1. Your winner by submission to a tap on a rear naked chokehold and new RUF Featherweight Champion of the World, out of the red corner, Ezra Elliott.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Oh, no. Okay. All right, I'm here with your winner and new featherweight champion, Ezra Elliott. You got somewhere to go, man? I mean, you're like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, I get in. I'm just not really here to fuck around. I'm trying to finish the fight, show them levels above these guys, and get to the big show. So, no better way to do that than make quick work of everyone that gets in the octagon with me.
You look like a man possessed trying to get your opponent to the ground where you're obviously great. You're a phenom when it comes to grappling. But we got to see a little bit of your striking this time. Talk to me, what was going through your mind in that final sequence?
Yeah, you know, he's really long, and that's an interesting frame because I got in front of him, and I'm coming up from 35. I'm used to being a longer guy. He just looked far away, so I shot on him. I kind of felt his strength. I slammed him. I felt I was a lot stronger, but then he was funky on the ground. He almost reversed me using his feet on the cage. And I was like, I got to just take him serious and get him out as quick as I can.
Well, you had to use a little bit of chain wrestling. Anyways, I'll get to the fun questions, all right, ladies and gentlemen? I'll get to the fun questions. What's next for you?
Yeah, I'm hoping for the big show. You know, if something opens up, Dana White, I'm the man. I'll come and I'll take out any of your guys in the UFC first round just like this. So, ready to go. I can make 45 on a week notice. Let's go.
All right, my man. Undefeated, all finishes. This mic belongs to you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Thank you, everyone at the MMA Lab. Thank you, everyone at Red Hawk Academy. Thank you to all my sponsors. Thank you to the man above. I'm just blessed to be here. Grateful to be here.
All right, your winner and new featherweight champion, Ezra Elliott.